Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to be reviewing the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus Danger set. Now, this is supposed to be a Target exclusive, however over in the UK it recently became available at Argos. So if you are in the UK, London, anywhere like that, and you have an Argos, go pick this up. However, I think this already sold out, so sorry to those who didn't manage to get it. But yeah, first thoughts of it, the figures inside the box. The Spinosaurus looks decent, and the human figures look cool. Everything about it screams good, but it needs to be painted a bit more. But yeah, so here's the front of the box. You got the Spino, the DNA box, Dr. Henry Loomis, and Zora Bennett's. On the side, you got Jurassic World Rebirth. And at the back, some of the play features. And yes, the box I did get was unfortunately a bit damaged, as you can see the major dent in the box here. So I'm definitely throwing away the box later. But yeah, you get the Spinosaurus, some of the other parts of the set. And then over here is just Jurassic World Rebirth. On top, Jurassic World Rebirth. And yeah, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get into this toy. Okay, so the first figure we're gonna look into is Dr. Henry Loomis, which, first of all, his outfit looks very I don't know. It looks very familiar to another character in the Jurassic World series. But yeah, his outfit very plain and simple, blue shirt and beige trousers, which almost looks identical to another character's outfit in the Jurassic franchise. But yeah, he has a little sculpted watch. They actually sculpted in the two arms of the clock. Nice. But yeah, overall, very basic character. The beard, it looks rough. You can roughly tell it's the actor. As always, these like mainline Mattel figures that aren't part of the Hammond collection, they don't really focus on the actor's likeness so much. So it's kind of okay that it doesn't look like the actors. But yeah, he looks very basic. I don't like the way his arms are. There's no way where you can really push it. There's always gonna be that awkward amount of space between the chest and the arms, so it's just a bit weird. Articulation on this is pretty basic. With most Mattel figures, if you want to know the articulation, go to the video of Dr. Henry Loomis and Pteranodon. It's on my YouTube channel now. But yeah, it's pretty much the same articulation. But what I would like to do is compare it to that other Dr. Henry Loomis. Now, outfit-wise, I would say get the Dr. Henry Loomis and Pteranodon set, as the outfit is more polarizing. He has the jacket, has a more colorful shirt where it's a patterned shirt, while the one that came with the Spinosaurus Danger set is just bland and boring, really. But yeah, they look about the same. They both have the same arm issue where it looks awkward. But yeah, not much can be said about Dr. Henry Loomis. It's an okay figure. It looks sort of like the actor. But yeah, other than that, nothing much can be said about him. On the other hand, this set also comes with a Zora Bennett figure. So this is the Zora Bennett figure. First of all, I think this suffers from the same issue as the other Zora Bennett figure. In my other review, I said that it doesn't look anything like Scarlett Johansson with the Dr. Henry Loomis figure. At least you can tell who he roughly looks like. However, Zora Bennett doesn't really look like Scarlett Johansson. So it is a bit kind of sad there. We gotta wait probably another 1 year till Mattel releases a Hammond collection figure of that. So yeah. But yeah, the figure, first of all, has a green tank top, black cargo pants, and khaki boots, has a baseball cap, and a sling of smoke bombs or grenades, I don't know. But yeah, this outfit looks pretty nice. I think it's a pretty decent figure. But let's compare it. The other Zora Bennett figure. Now, both of them don't look like Scarlett Johansson, so I'm going purely based off of looks. I, hmm, very hard to say which one looks better. Both outfits are military style outfits. However, in my opinion, I like the Spinosaurus Danger Set Zora Bennett more than the Story Pack Zora Bennett, as it looks like I just like the baseball cap and the sling she has. There's not that much I can say about the figures. They both really look the same. So it's at the end of the day, it's based purely off the way you like what outfit. So yeah. But yeah, the human figures I would say of this pack is the worst part of this pack. But yeah. Now, before going into the Spinosaurus, I would like to go through this DNA box. So the DNA box, you can easily open it by squeezing the middle. And then it's just plastic, so you can flex it open. And it comes with this DNA dart gun, which is not a new mold, as it's the same gun in the Zora Bennett and Velociraptor pack. However, this one splits into two, so that's pretty cool. So you can split it into two and put both pieces in the box. And I think this is a very neat way of holding the other accessories you get in the pack, being the knife. The knife, by the way, is a new mold. I did at first thought that this was the same knife that was included with most Owen Grady figures. However, it's brand new. And then we also have a flare gun. This flare gun is a reuse of the flare gun from the Jurassic World Legacy packs, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, you can put all the accessories into the box, which I think is a very neat way of putting all the accessories. So yeah. So overall, the figures are okay. They're about the same as the ones from the respective story packs. The Zora Bennett figure, I think getting this one or the story pack is okay. However, for the Dr. Henry Loomis, I think it's better to get the story pack version. But that's the boring part of the video. Now let's get into the exciting one, the Spinosaurus. Okay, so here is the Spinosaurus from the Spinosaur Danger set. And I think this is one of the best mainline Spinosaurus figures that Mattel has ever released, mainly because of how articulated it is. Now, this is for the Rebirth Spinosaurus, because I don't roughly remember whether or not the Jurassic Park Legacy Collection Spinosaurus was more articulated than this Spinosaurus. I think it was, but yeah, for Rebirth, this is the best Spinosaurus offering we have from Mattel. First of all, going into the design of this figure, I think looks almost 100% accurate to the 3D model of the Spinosaurus from Jurassic World Rebirth. I think it looks perfect. The model, everything about it, it looks almost perfect. Some imperfections there and there, such as I don't like the way the head looks. I think it could be tweaked a bit more to look slightly more accurate to the one in the movie. I can't tell if it's 100% accurate or not. So, yeah. But yeah, the figure overall looks very nice. The tail, the stripes on the fin, everything about it looks very nice. And I like that it's articulated and there's no play features with this toy. I do like the play features with the dinosaurs, but sometimes I just want a good articulated dinosaur. But yeah, Now, the main issue with this figure, now this is a good figure, however, it has a big issue. It doesn't have enough detailing on it, and some of the detailing they do get on it is wrong. So first of all, I'd like to point out that the eye on this, it's a oval eye, when the eye of the Spinosaurus in the film, from what we have seen, is more of a slanted pupil, like a line. So yeah, I don't like that they made it a circle here. They did the same thing on the other Spinosaurus figure, which I'll get into in a bit. But then next issue, the teeth are white. I don't like it when the teeth are white. As their dinosaurs, what dinosaur has white teeth? They should have used a slight yellow plastic for the teeth, so that it gives off the feeling that it's dirty. Then my next issue, the toes and the claws. They didn't paint the toenails and claws at all. Now that is a Mattel issue. Most Mattel figures usually don't get their toes or claws painted, so yeah, it's a shame on this figure. Another issue, I don't like how the underbelly ends abruptly, where the white goes from the mouth to the chest, and that's it. It doesn't go to the end of the tail, which is a bit sad. Should have gone at least halfway through the body, but yeah. And then one last issue, the stripes. The stripes, they're very nice. However, like the underbelly, it ends abruptly around halfway of the tail. I think they should have done it all the way to the end of the tail. It would have looked very nice. But yeah, other than that, I think if you buy this figure will definitely be a nice art piece where you can paint it yourself. Allows you to paint all over it. A lot of spots for you to paint, add dry brushing. So what I'm gonna do when I get back to Singapore, I'm gonna paint it myself and paint some extra detailings like the claws, the eyes, and some more stripes. So yeah, hopefully if I do ever do that, I will make a YouTube video, an update to this. But yeah. Now let's get into the articulation of the figure. The articulation of the figure is pretty standard, but pretty good for this toy. So first of all, the head, the top jaw opens up, and the bottom jaw opens up also, so that you can make it roar. So yep, that's very nice. You can also close it both. And then the neck is on a ball joint, so you can, oh, sorry, spoiler there. You can look up that high and look down that low, and then also you can look left to right. Yep, left to right. So yeah, the arms, oh sorry, voice crack there. The arms, you can rotate it almost, you can rotate it, I think, around 190 degrees or 90-degree angle. So yeah, the arms are pretty standard. You can't rotate them 360 degrees, and you unfortunately don't get the choice of moving the arms out, so that's a bit shame. But then the legs, you can rotate it back that much and move it, hold on, if we move the arm, move it forward that much. So yeah, and then the tail, with the tail you can move it up, move it down, and move it left to right. So yeah, so overall articulation on this figure is pretty decent. However, it's nice to get it on this Spinosaurus figure, as the other Spinosaurus figures, you can't put it in a pose that well. So yeah, this Spinosaurus is better for posing and for painting. I think this overall looks way better than the other Spinosaurus. Okay, so here we have the tail thrasher Spinosaurus next to the Spinosaurus Danger Set Spinosaurus. And yeah, you can see that the tail thrasher is way bigger than the Spinosaurus Danger Set. And yeah, one thing I can say about these two Spinosauruses, I love that they look completely different from one another. The decos and paint applications on both make them look like two separate Spinosaurus, so Mattel did a good job on that. But other than that, not much can be said about the Spinosaurus that I have already said. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If you didn't enjoy this video, please tell me in the comment section down below how I can improve upon my videos. But if you don't have anything else to say, goodbye, have a good day, and good night.